Richician.
Hey YouTube, Richician84 of Team Sorcerers here, and I'm here to profile my Dark Magician deck. This is the first of many that I'm redoing and re-uploading, and what better way to start things off than with my favourite and signature deck. Now, before I actually begin this deck profile, there's something I want to say regarding Red Eye's Dark Dragoon. I don't play it in my deck. Why? Because I hate Dragoon with a fucking burning passion. So much so that it's my most hated card in the entire game. Therefore, I refuse to use him myself. Everyone should know this by now. Or even if they don't, then the fact that I put in the title, No Dragoon, should be a giveaway. And, you know, if you don't like that I'm not playing Dragoon, then tough shit. That's your problem, not mine. And why should you even care anyway? Like, it's not even your deck, it's mine. Only I have the right to decide what I play and don't play. No one else gets a say. And also, I don't even play competitively. In fact, Dragoon's very existence, as well as players who take the game far too seriously, especially if they have an over-the-top competitive mindset, are two of the reasons why I stopped playing in tournaments. Just like with meta, or any deck that does things that don't let anyone play the game, I stopped playing in tournaments to specifically get away from both these things so that I don't have to deal with them anymore. Like, you need to understand that not everyone wants to play competitively, not everyone likes Dragoon, not everyone wants to play Dragoon, and not everyone has to do things the same way as everyone else. Like, some of us Dark Magician players want to, you know, actually play Dark Magician, not Dragoon deck. Okay? Like, playing cards like Dragoon is not my way of dueling. Okay? And I don't care if people don't agree with that way. Like, everyone has their own way of playing their own decks after all. And the other thing is that you need to understand is that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a game. Games are supposed to be fun. The idea of a game is that you play it for the fun of it. You know, it's not about trying desperately to win all the time, especially with cards that don't let anyone play the game and ruin the game for everyone else. And if you seriously think it is, then, well, you're just mistaken, and that's a toxic way of thinking. Yeah, sorry to disappoint you if you're looking for competitive decks on this channel, because, like, if you're looking for competitive decks, especially ones that play Dragoon, DPE, Ash Blossom, Triple Tactics Talents and Crossout Designator in pretty much everything, then you've come to the wrong place. I mean, no disrespect, but I don't cater to competitive players. Like, I just do my own thing. In this case, this is my Dark Magician deck. I'll decide how I play it, and if you don't like that I'm not playing Dragoon, too bad. Like, deal with it, or don't bother watching. Either way, keep your toxic, negative, and unwanted opinions to yourself. Okay? Because I have just about had enough of this. So yeah, please, for the love of God, stop going on about Dragoon, stop arguing with me about him, and stop pestering me to play it, and stop giving me shit for not playing it. Just let me do my own thing, and please be respectful of my wishes and decisions. Besides, I guarantee that even if for some random reason I decided to have a change of heart and actually do play Dragoon, people will hate me for it. Because, well, it's Dragoon, it's degenerate and toxic as fuck. I mean, yes, there are outs to it, but not that many, and just because there are outs to an annoying card doesn't mean you're always going to draw into them, no matter how many you have, and it sure as hell doesn't justify Dragoon's existence. Like, I don't care what anyone says, nothing can justify Dragoon's existence. And B, I'd be branded a hypocrite, like, especially considering that I've been ranting, raving, and complaining about Dragoon and similar cards for so long. Like, I just feel like I'm damned if I do play it, and I'm damned if I don't play it. So I'm going to be like, you know what, screw what anyone says, I'm just going to not play Dragoon and just continue playing decks my way and dueling my way, whether anyone likes it or not. So, yeah, enough about Dragoon. I don't want to hear it anymore. It's done, over, finished, full stop. Anyway, now that that rant is out the way, let's get on with the deck profile. I apologise that it took 7 minutes to actually get to the profile. So first things first, I of course have 3 copies of Dark Magician himself, my favourite card and ace monster. Then Dark Magician Girl, and 2 copies of Timaeus the United Dragon, one of the very easy ways to go into my fusions. Still running Palladium Oracle Mahard, because he's a great card to top into, in my personal opinion. 1 copy of Apprentice Illusion Magician. I mean, I feel like 1's all that's needed, really. I mean, you could play 2, but I feel like Magician's Soul kind of clashes with her search effect. Mind you, her hand trap effect is still really useful anyway. I'd still rather have her than not at all. Then 3 copies of Rod, the Stratos of the deck, 1 copy of Magic Haribo, like, again, 1's all you need, 3 copies of Magician's Soul, and then the last monster, 3 copies of Illusion of Chaos, for searching out your monsters and using it as a material to go into Master of Chaos. That's it for monsters, on to the spells. So for the spells, I have 1 copy of Bond Between Teacher and Student, and then to go along with that, Dark Burning Magic, then 2 copies of Secrets of Dark Magic, then 3 copies of Soul Servant, 1 copy of Magician's Salvation, then 3 copies of the best spell in the deck, 3 copies of Dark Magical Circle, 1 copy of Piercing the Darkness, and then my usual spell staples, Monster Reborn, Regeki, and Twin Twisters. Well, I'd rather have them than not at all. And now on to the traps. So for the traps, I have 3 copies of Eternal Soul, Mirror Force, Drowning Mirror Force, because it complements the deck, and it's great if Eternal Soul gets popped or something. and 2 copies of Solemn Strike. To be honest, I kind of prefer Solemn Strike over Infinite Impermanence. Right, yes, you can play Infinite Impermanence from your hand as long as you control no cards, but the thing is, it targets and it doesn't destroy, whereas Solemn Strike doesn't target and it does destroy whatever monster I negated. And it negates inherent special summons. It's just preferable. But that being said, I wouldn't mind playing Infinite Impermanence, but I just wonder if maybe it might clash too much with Circle and Eternal Soul or other spells and traps I keep on the field. I don't know. Still thinking about it. Extra deck now, starting with fusions. I have 2 copies of Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. You could argue that one's all that's needed, but I kind of prefer to have 2, just in case one of them gets banished, like let's say off Caught by the Grave or DD Crow. It could happen, you never know. And 2 copies of Master of Chaos, the newest fusion and the cover card of Battle of Chaos. I mean, 2 might be a bit unnecessary, but I kind of like the option. I mean, maybe I'll drop 1 in favour of something else. Still thinking about that. And Amulet Dragon, still playing that, as I can make it. And then 2 copies of the Dark Magicians. Again, 2's probably unnecessary. I don't know, but I like having the option, and it's the easiest fusion monster to summon. And my Xyz lineup hasn't changed at all. Got Red Ice Flare Metal Dragon, Draco Sack, Big Eye, AK, Just One Cornetto, and Ebon Illusion Magician. And then for links, I've got Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos, my favourite link monster, and Nightmare Unicorn, Nightmare Phoenix, and Imduck, the World Chalice Guard Dragon. So that I still have the option to turn a Dark Magician into this guy, and then use Secrets of Dark Magic to fuse this with a Dark Magician to make Dark Magician the Dragon Knight, or even Amulet Dragon. I mean, Dark Magician the Dragon Knight is just the main fusion I'd rather go for anyway, so that my back row is protected. And that is it for the Dark Magician deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and a comment, share and subscribe if you haven't subbed already. Maybe I'll change up the main deck and extra deck a little bit. I've got some ideas, but I don't know if I'll even put them into action yet. But either way, the deck's working good. I like how it's running, and yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for watching, stay safe, see you later. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Richician YouTube channel.